everybody, welcome back to another episode of Disney Done Differently. Well, as some of you know, I've been in the parks for the month of July. Just came back from a boys trip. I was with Bill and Barry from the Airbnb Disney podcast. And I will say, we went to California Grill and we went to Topolino for breakfast and for dinner, and it was excellent. But for a new experience, I actually had, for the first time, Casey's. Right down the middle of Main Street, on the left-hand side, the iconic Casey's restaurant, where you can get a hot dog. Now, listen, it was an experience. One of Bill's favorites, Barry, not so much, but he changed because of the amount of ketchup that they served. But for me, while I was there enjoying it with my friends, I thought, what if we did it a little differently? So today, hot dogs. But let's have fun with it. This one's for you, Bill. Alright, so we're going to do a couple of hot dogs a couple of different ways. We're going to have as much fun as possible with this, make it as short as possible. I prefer all beef hot dogs with the natural casing. They actually give you that actual crunch, that snap that you like. These here are actually bratwurst, but bratwurst filled with cheese. And we're going to do something different with that. So my way of doing it, again, we're going to make it a little fancy. All I'm doing is going to score across the top of the hot dog on the sides. I'm not going to do this for all of them. Just want to show you, why you would do something like this. Is it necessary? No. But it makes it fun at the end. And presentation is a lot when you're making food. It's going to make it just taste a little bit better. We'll do it to this guy as well, and that guy will leave solo. Okay, we're going to boil them. We're going to boil them, but that's right, we're going to boil them in beer. You can grab any type of beer that you like. Just fill up your pot with the beer. Nothing special. One can of beer, 3 hot dogs. We got the ones that are cut and the ones that's natural. We're gonna throw them into there. Okay, so those are on the stove. Those are gonna become to a boil. And that's gonna be the basis for our 3 traditional hot dogs. But Casey's, what are they famous for? What did I have? What did I enjoy? Corn dog nuggets. But not going to do regular corn dog nuggets. But we are going to make corn dogs. Here's the key. So make sure you have your skewers. Make sure your skewers are the right size. You don't want some that are flimsy. And you're going to go right through the center. And this is the cheese bratwurst. Again, different. Going to add some flavor. Straight through. It's going to give it the stability. Do it to this one. Your classic fair, your classic festival, and now your classic Disney. We're going to make a corn dog, let's face it. But how do you make the corn dog? We're going to start with 3/4 of a cup of cornmeal, 3/4 of a cup of flour, all-purpose flour. To that we're going to add 1½ teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. We get that in there. I like to add a pinch of salt, and this is optional, but for flavor, a little bit of chili powder. Why? Because it's different. It also adds just a little touch of additional flavor, and you're going to grab a whisk and you're going to mix that up. Wet ingredients: 2 eggs. Make sure you get all that shell out. And to that, 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. We're going to add that right to here. And at this point, I like to make sure you get everything out. Buttermilk is extremely thick. Okay, so now we have basically the base to our batter. Break that up, give this a quick mix. Okay. Wet into dry. Start to give it a little bit of a mix as you go, and just pour it in. Now at this point, you're not looking for like a pancake batter. You actually want this to be thick so that it adheres to the hot dog or the bratwurst that we're doing today. So I have this going. It's looking good. And you can see that. So it's thick consistent. Okay, here we have our hot dogs in our beer. It's starting to open up nicely. We'll just leave that on that burner. Folks, heat changes everything. So for our corn dog, for what we're going to do, what I'd like to do is to start it off and actually sear the outsides of these bratwurst. So I'm going to grab some of a little touch of oil, not a lot. Just going to do a little kiss of oil. And that's literally just going to give it enough to give it a sear. Alright, so your oil's all spread out. Good temperature. I'm going to add these right in here. And all we're doing is looking to get color. Now, you can save a lot of time. Take these right out of the beer and go right in. Alright, so there's our fancy one with all the little crevices. These are starting to get color on the outside. While we let these sear, we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so we're going to make, for a couple different styles that I haven't told you yet, of the hot dogs that we're going to be doing. So we have some pickles. These pickles are dill pickles that are actually brined with garlic, which is one of my favorites. So there's no need to actually add any more garlic to it. Nice small diced pieces of that. And to that, I'm going to add a nice 1.5 scoops of mayo. We'll use that spoon. Chili sauce. Nothing special. A good amount of the chili sauce to that. I'll give this a good mix. Looks a little pale, so a little, just a touch, sriracha. Right? A little dab of do ya. Flavor, folks. That's all I ever ask when you're cooking. Build on top of each other. Build flavor. And I know you're probably saying, what the hell's he going to do with a fancy Russian dressing? What I'm going to do, put that to the side. And grab an onion. Okay, and we'll cut. I'm only going to need a little bit of this onion. So I'll cut that guy. And cut that off. Give this a quick peel. And I just want like little pieces of onion. So just a couple of matchsticks of some red raw onion. We'll leave that on over there. And now we're going to move to our corn dog. So I have the oil about 350, 375. I'm going to show you the key thing to do. So before I do that, regular cabbage, just some cabbage. I'm going to add some of this wonderful sauce that we just made. Get that in there. This is much more, this is from the bag, but this is much more than we're going to need for the quantity that we're making today. If you're making it at home, you might want a little bit more. Alright guys, so we got them seared. Key part, they have to be dry. So you just want to throw them on a paper towel. Give them a quick little dryness. Okay, and then the key that nobody tells you about. This is cornstarch, and you just want to give it a quick coating. You just want it to be even and a quick coating of the cornstarch. This is what's gonna allow your batter to adhere. Just like that. And like that. Took the batter out of the bowl and put it into a glass. Why? You're going to get perfect coverage to be able to dip this right in. I'm going to go over to the oil and we'll see. What's the worst that could happen? We make a disaster? Alright, so we got the hot dog, bratwurst, the cornstarch, we have our batter, again in the glass. Go for a second dunk. And we'll get this right in there. Let's get this one in there. Give that a flip. Alright guys, here we go, getting different. Hot dog number 1, Japanese mayo. I know you're probably sitting there just shaking your head at this point. What the heck is he doing? Never seen anything like that. Sweet chili sauce, little touch. Okay. Believe me, you're gonna have the best hot dog that you've ever had at this point. We're going to go with the dog right there. Okay, I'll put that down. And now the fun stuff. So I went ahead and I have diced up some pineapple. So we're going to put some pineapple here. And we'll get that nice. And then from the pineapple, remember that red onion that we cut up? I'm just going to put a little bit of the red onion. And that's for a little different texture. So we got some of the red onion. And we have bacon bits. So we'll add some bacon across the top. And then things you see me use before. These are those crunchy onions. Fungins type of stuff that you get in the salad section, dressing section. And that's hot dog number 1. So we're going to put this right over to the side here. And we're going to jump right into hot dog number 2. Get this quick white. Okay, hot dog number 2. Wait, I actually have to cook something for hot dog number 2. What's that? Pastrami. Yes, we're cooking pastrami, folks. We'll throw this in while this is going. That's not going to take long. For that, remember that Russian dressing we made? So we're going to just add a little bit of that Russian dressing right across the top with the chili. Let's get the chili sauce. It's got the pickles in there. That's nice. Okay. I'm going to flip that. All you're really doing is rendering out the fat of the pastrami. So we're going to let that go for a second. We got that slaw that we made. Okay. So you get your Russian dressing. I'm going to then put down our pastrami. Let's see. Go right here. And right there. Put that one. And this is the one that we're going to do just a regular hot dog, right? We just didn't cut it, cooked it in the beer. Because why? Well, this is going to get some Gruyere cheese on top. We're going to melt that real fast, and we're going to top it with the this slaw. Let me throw this in real quick to melt, and then we'll okay. So we have our melted cheese on there. We'll grab some of that slaw and put that slaw that we made. Remember, the same Russian dressing is on the inside of this. Just a little bit. So there's our Reuben dog. That's what I'll call that one. Move this guy to the side. Alright, now for our final one. Well, this will be the one that's a little more of the normal. It's honey mustard though. This is going to be our sweet and spicy dog. So a little honey mustard. It goes a long way. We'll grab our fancy looking dog. Place that guy right there. And then what I did was I took some that bacon, jalapenos, sweet jalapeno, red pepper, and some onions. And we'll just dress that on top. But where is the corn dog? Well, there they are, folks. Look at that. I mean, it's coated perfectly. This is how we're going to make it a little different. I'm going to just finish this with a little bit of that cheese. And there we go. You got your corn dog. But we did it a little different, right? We added the bratwurst with the cheese, made the quick batter, finished it with a little cheese on top. Only one last thing to do, give it a taste. Alright, so we got our corn dog, we got our other hot dogs. Let me just show you one last time. I'm very proud of these. 3 hot dogs came out completely different. You got the pastrami with the melted Gruyere, with the slaw, with the Russian dressing. We got the Hawaiian with the spicy chili sauce, the crunchy onions and pineapple, and the sweet and spicy with the jalapenos. And then we have the famous corn dog, right? I added a little cheese to it, but I wanted to make it authentic. I had the pleasure. Bill, Casey's is yours. So for something I did a little off camera, I made myself a little bowl of some nuggets. And dip it right in there. Same batter, folks. Just cut up the hot dog. Well, I'm not walking down the middle of Main Street, but these are delicious. I'm not going to hide it. Let's see how this is. Now you want a crunch. You know we have the stick in there, and I'm just going to give it a cut and pull that stick out. And what do we got? Well, I don't know how well you can see it, folks, but you got the cheese in the middle and all around. I'm not Casey's, but I didn't strike out at the plate. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. This one's for you, Bill. Thanks for your friendship. Had a great time on our vacation. If you liked everything you saw, everyone, please like, subscribe, and share. Till next time, everybody.